Alright guys, quick unboxing. I received that new Mini MX just a few days ago and I wanted to show you what's inside the box. Of course, as always, I'm gonna make another video of the performance and my personal opinion and overview of that box, but for now let's look what's outside and what's inside the box. So, as you can see, Mini Max branding on the front, 4K movies advertisement. On the side we have the Amlogic S905, a 4-core CPU, 5-core GPU. We have UHD advertised 4K at 60 frames per second, HEVC H.265 coding, and the gigabit LAN. On this side we have Kodi branding with serial number, and we have some YouTube scanner here, whatever that is, I have no idea. On the other side we have Kodi again, we have wireless N, we have eMMC design, 1 gig of RAM, 8 gig of ROM for internal storage, and Bluetooth 4.0. On the bottom there's a little bit more specs, so if you want to read through it, just pause the video. Obviously the brand new and fresh on the market Amlogic S905 quad-core 64-bit CPU, clocked up to 2 gigahertz per core. I think it's quite a big margin between the lower clock, which is 100 megahertz, all the way to 2 gigahertz per core. So that's pretty good. ARM Cortex A53 is the architecture, and then we have pentacore ARM Mali 450, clock up to 700 megahertz, I believe. The RAM is DDR3 1 gigahertz, 1 gigabyte, sorry, and the onboard storage is 8 gigabytes. We have, of course, Android 5.1, which is great. We are done with KitKat in these boxes. And advertisement of resolution up to 4K on 60 frames per second. Obviously, the device has HDMI 2.0. That's actually my second device to have HDMI 2.0. The first one was the NVIDIA Shield, of course. And we have support of H.265 on 10-bit video, and of course 264 as well with AVS Full HD 1080p at 60 frames per second encoding, and Miracast AirPlay. LAN is gigabit LAN now, finally. We have Wi-Fi, BGN, don't count too much on the Wi-Fi, of course. 2 USB 2.0 ports, DC in, the HDMI 2.0 of course mentioned, SPDIF, Sony Philips optical out, and the micro SD card slot. Power adapter is international, which is great, 5 volts, 2 amps. Let's open it up, see what's inside. First thing, we are greeted with the box itself. Now it has the Beelink MX branding, and just for a quick comparison, I'm going to pull my X2 and kind of show them side by side. They are exactly the same. The housing used by Beelink is exactly the same. You can see the front, the side where the micro SD card is, and then one of the USBs, and the back, power, USB, HDMI, LAN, and optical out, and nothing on this side. Exactly the same housing. Obviously the newer version has the HDMI 2.0 and it has a gigabit LAN. And then the other difference is the X2 has a power button on top, and the Mini MX doesn't have anything. The moment you plug it in, it starts it up, and you can turn it off from the remote, of course. So obviously looks like either GearBest or somebody else tested it before they shipped it, and they ripped off the plastic cover on the back to plug it in. I totally see what they did. I don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. Listing of what's inside the packaging as well, and when we open it up, we have the HDMI cable cut with the scissors. Again, my X2 came pristine with no open packages like that or like that, but I guess they wanted to test it for some reason, or update it. No plastic for the power supply. And again, it looks like it's the same power supply as on the X2. Let's see if the camera focuses. 5 volts, 2 amps. So that's good that they're interchangeable. And we have the new remote control, which is a little bit slimmer than the old one, a little bit more ergonomic. Kind of reminds me of the Amazon Fire remotes. Of course, this one is infrared only, but you know, not bad. They remove all the numbers here, which I don't use at all anyway, and only the important and buttons that are interested in to be used are left. But again, I have wireless keyboards, air mouses that I will be using anyway. This one takes 2 AAA batteries. I'm gonna test it for you guys and provide you my feedback, but it's a good step forward, I think. And at the bottom we have a quick start guide with the port explanations and what's inside the box and basic operations when you start the media box. What else I can say? I think it's a relatively good box. I paid around $40, $41 I think, from GearBest, and it's about $10 more than the X2, where I showed you before, which I'm liking a lot. But obviously this one is a lot newer hardware, newer software, and now it's the beginning. Well, when I do the full review, I'm going to give you my feedback, my complete feedback. But for now, I can say from what I've read and what I've seen, I'm kind of an early adopter for this one. It's fairly new processor, so there's a lot of little bugs and things to be worked around that I suggest, if you're willing to get this hardware, to wait just a little bit for those to be ironed out. Some quirks with Kodi, some issues with DTS, sound pass-through, and less, hopefully Beelink will address that in the future with some of the updates. But as of now, the HD audio is a little bit of a challenge to get it passed through, and hardware decode. Not that the hardware is not capable to decode it, but at the moment it's not completely finished. Maybe there will be another revision in the future where they address that, and they're probably going to address the DRM issue. That's another one, which for those that are planning to watch streaming services like Netflix or other ones that are require a higher level of DRM in order to get a HD quality streaming, stay away from this one and get another box, because here the DRM is not existing, and probably you're not going to be able to even watch standard definition Netflix. Luckily, I don't use those boxes for Netflix. The app that it's built into my TV, it's perfect for that, so I really don't care about that at all. But the HD audio and the DTS pass-through, it's something that it's a little bit concerning. Hopefully it's going to be addressed in the future. But as of now, quick unboxing, and I'm going to show you in the later video some of the performances of this box and compare it to the now older X2 that has the all-winner H3 processor. Obviously the Amlogic S905, it's newer, faster, better, with better GPU, but at the same time it needs a little bit more work, so be perfected and start working better, what people are expecting out of it. That's it for now, guys. Thank you very much for your support. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video, stay tuned with the channel, and as always, you guys have a wonderful